Hello, it's been exactly a week since our Hyrox comp. That's what you call it, race, event. I hate the word race.
Why? It's a race.
It is a race, but it's pressure. So I thought we'd do a review. So the video prior to this has gone out and it's to do with snippets of the day, the build up to it, how we felt, what we ate the night before. Oh yeah. Where we stayed. What else is on there? The event, but not so much us training. So I'm going to add that into this one, what we did.
Tick, tick, boom.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing I think I've ever done, to be honest. And it took us a while to calm down from it, I think.
Yeah, it's a big thing to do when you want to push yourself. There's a lot of people who are just steady going around doing it. Yeah. But if you really want to push yourself, it certainly pushes you to the limits. Yeah,
we didn't stop. So obviously the event, you know what it consists of, the adrenaline before it, because you know what's coming as well. Everyone's like, well, you know what's coming, but you try and push yourself.
I think part of that adrenaline is because the atmosphere is there is so good. It's such a good event and it's so well run.
Yeah, it is actually. The chip, you get a chip. Okay. For when you start, so they know your exact time, the exact time you enter any of the zones, when you enter the rock zone for like if you want a drink or whatever. Although we didn't start, we had to drink once, didn't we? Wet our mouths.
A quick sip.
Quick sip, like, you know, because we just wanted to finish. You just want to get it over and done with. So that was interesting. So the trip, like even writing, they put your number on your arm.
You're not doing it. You're not doing it.
Don't they?
Yeah, I'm still not 100% sure what that's for.
I don't know.
When you've got your chip.
Comment below if you know what that number's for. But
we
you needed that on.
Questioned it, did we? Just like, yeah, draw on my arm.
Yeah, so the registration was the night before for us. So we were ready to go the next morning. Our time was at 9:10.
Which was a good time.
Which was a really good time for the mixed. And also, it was nice to see that Adam Collard and Jade Skillen was in the same race as us, weren't they? But they just shot off.
Yeah, it was also good that even though they were going like, we knew they were going to probably win it overall, they started right back from us in the tunnel.
Yeah.
They didn't push to the front.
They didn't push to the front. They weren't bothered.
It was there's no egos, is there?
No egos. Everyone just wants each other to do their own race, their own best time.
Very supportive. Everybody's very supportive of everybody.
And there was walkers, so there was all different people there. Walkers, older, younger. So that reassured me. It is very loud in there, not ridiculously loud.
No, it wasn't.
But I had a moment where it was a bit too much and a bit, because you get very stressed under the running situations. So what we've discovered and quick was that we had to build our cardiovascular endurance, because we couldn't run, could we, before the event?
Come from a background just doing weight training and no cardio.
Yeah. A 40 minute hit session is not going to cover it, by the way. So even if you think, well, I do loads of hits and I do, what other ones are at F45 and I do this, that, the other, that's not going to cover it.
On F45, they're into that Hyrox franchise. They do similar to what we do, so they're big into Hyrox now. F45.
Yeah, but 45 minutes training is not enough.
No,
that's what I mean.
I'm still not sure if that's what their workouts are, but yeah, you definitely have to be doing some longer sessions. We've committed a lot of time to running.
It's been
that's because that's our weakest bit, and we've sort of not really done much strength training.
Yeah,
because we'd done that for years.
Yeah.
So our weak point was massively cardio and running. Yeah,
definitely. So the race that we did was the 28th of Jan, 2023. It was at Manchester. So we got the briefing a couple of days before, which I felt sick. We looked at the course and realised that the first run was 3.5 laps, and after that is 3 laps. That is a mental game. A lot of people have said the same thing. And also, we were running 20 seconds slower than what we thought, what we did in our training. And that could be due to it being a new track, people not as wide, or we was going too wide around the corners, people getting in your way. Loads of people have said the same thing. So anytime you go to a different venue, you may run better or worse because it's a mental game.
It's all measured out. It should all be
right.
It'll be a kilometre, I guess, from the shortest distance. If you're running a little bit further out for the faster runners, going on the inside, you might be running a bit
Yeah.
further. But yeah, the first time round, it was probably 1.3 kilometres. So if you're training, that'll be different at different venues as well. But I'd still say if you're training for it, maybe train for a little bit of a longer run first.
Yeah.
Then you then kick into your 1 kilometre runs.
Yeah. So we tried to average 5:30s when we were practicing 5:15s.
Which we did.
But on the day, we averaged about 5:50 to 6 minutes for the per kilometre. However, we were a little bit quicker on the bits in between, like your sled push, pull and all that.
This will be a flat shot there.
So we've definitely got better at the strength stuff, and we didn't stop. So in the rock zone, it was well under 5 minutes. Well, I say well under. I think it was 4 minutes 20. The wall balls we still need to work on.
Just to say on that rock zone bit, that's not us stopping and having a drink. That's just from the time it takes you to get from, say, the rower back out to where the run starts. That's the rock zone. So it's the bit in between everything else.
Yeah, because it's so easy to stop. In my head, I was thinking if you stop, it's harder to get going again. So we were just like, no, run, keep running through. I know some people did the rock zone in like 3 minutes, which means that's really quick. That's a run fast through.
Yeah,
because it is a distance in that as well.
And that changes from venue to venue. It's always a similar setup, but it changes from venue to venue.
Yeah. We didn't really speak throughout the whole event.
Oh, just to say, the reason that the first lap was longer is because it's more compact in Manchester, which is why it's 3 laps, which means the rock zone's smaller. So they're adding that extra bit at the beginning to take account it being a smaller venue. If anyone is wondering why the distance is more.
We're learning all this, aren't we? Yeah, because I remember running to the wall balls. I'm thinking it's quite a long run just to get to the wall balls, and then the pressure of doing the wall balls when you know it's the end is a bit weird. You really think you want to do it, but you're scared that you're just going to miss it or it's going to land on your face. But
we did. I had about 5 no balls.
Yeah, but they don't really tell you why though.
I think because I was hitting not quite the middle of the target, and when you're exhausted in training, you just kind of go, oh yeah, you've hit it, but you have to hit pretty much the middle of it, not the edge. And they're strict, but they're strict with everybody. So the rules are the rules. Not complaining about
I'm not
any
bothered
of that.
about any of the rules, to be honest. I had to go back and finish off my walking lunge because I didn't do it over the line. By
about
that.
that.
I'm doing that and you're doing that.
But just so people know, you have to finish over the line.
Yeah.
Not just get to the end bit and go, I'll run and put my bag back, because they then made you go all the way back.
Yeah. And, afterwards you dissect it, you go over it, you don't sleep properly for a couple of days. You think you can go out that night, but we were absolutely exhausted. I had a dry 6-7 months of no drinking, and I thought, I'll have a few drinks, but I managed one.
I know, then she'll be pissed.
Yeah. And I'm not bothered because I was just too tired. It's not for me. I bet loads of people went out and got drunk.
Yeah, I'm sure loads went out afterwards.
Yeah, we had a Nando's the night before,
which was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Probably best Nando's I've ever had.
I had porridge, like not Quaker oats. It was Asda own, I think it was, but it was golden syrup oats and just added peanut butter in it, and that was it. And some Skittles,
bran flakes. I had the porridge, this was for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah,
I had porridge, bran flakes. Yeah, it was well fueled for it.
Porridge, bran flakes, banana.
Protein shake, probably.
No, you didn't have a protein shake. You didn't have a protein shake.
Didn't I? Yeah, I did. I took it all in the bag, all the powders. So yeah, I did.
Is that how much you ate?
Yeah.
I'd have got a stitch. And it was an hour before we started, whereas I ate 2 hours before.
That was only because I know I'm fine eating that long before, and I feel all right.
I was worried about toilet stops. There was a queue when we got there. Oh my God, we've arrived. We literally go on in 20 minutes. We got lost on the way. We got there and our race was in 20 minutes time, but make sure you give yourselves time for warming up, because...
We'd planned to, but then we got lost walking to the venue. And then when you actually get in there, just getting around, crossing the track to get in, everything adds up with time. But we wanted to get there, not hang around and get on with the race. So you're not watching loads beforehand, because that will make you, the adrenaline's there already.
But some do say get there And then after about a half an hour, you settle in and your adrenaline comes down because you're in the environment. So I think it would have been fine. If our race was later, we would have gone there and would have been fine.
I would have still gone and watched others racing and that, but...
And then we carried on watching everyone after it, didn't we? Until like
which was
6.
really good. It was really good to watch everybody.
Yeah, and there's no showers, so you have to... So our hotel was a 15-20 minute walk, but we had to get Ubers after that because I said there's no way I can walk because I've got a slight injury in my ankle. And there was no way, but I clocked up about 27,000 steps throughout the whole day. But we went out for a tie that night. Didn't go down as well as I thought, but it's a weird feeling because you're exhausted because you don't... Tell me, like, who sleeps for these events? You didn't sleep.
Nah, it's one of those ones where the more you do it, the more relaxed you'll be with it a bit.
No, I don't agree with that because, well, I've heard...
Only because you're going to want to keep beating your time.
Yeah, so you get more and more pressure. But then again, the more relaxed you are, the more better you do, I think.
Oh yeah, you can tire yourself out being all adrenaline up.
Throughout this video, I'm going to put snippets of the whole race, like bits of the race, of what we did. We had someone filming us. He's done some amazing reels on the Hyrox workouts section on Instagram if you want to watch that.
Yeah, that's Will.
Yeah, Will Real Fit Media. He did... Is it Real Fit Media? I think it is. He's on Instagram. I might even put it on here if you want to have a little look. And the next plan for us is to speed up because we're not really fast at 1Ks yet. We only started in the last summer anyway, so I'm not being too hard on myself. I'm also sharing on the prior video, there'll be, no, is it the prior video? The next video coming will be when we start our 5K park runs and our speed development training. So if you want to watch some of that, keep watching the videos. There's more to come, even though it's killing me off. It's not easy.
No, anything else? On the day I had the gels, I took a couple of them in my
high
pocket.
energy
Then
gels.
you had some Skittles.
Yeah, that melted in my pockets, sweating.
Yeah, the gels are probably better.
It wasn't as hot in Manchester, and it's... So you just, like a lot of blokes just rip the tops off. I ended up taking mine off to use it.
It wasn't boiling in there.
Nose.
It wasn't boiling. It was actually quite alright.
But I know for a fact when we go to London, it will be.
What, warm?
Yeah.
That's in April, so yeah,
End of
probably
April.
going to be warmer. Oh yeah, end of April.
So yeah, this is our honest update review. We were in the age category of, you dragged me up a few years.
A little bit.
What is it?
40 to 49.
Bloody hell, I'm not even there yet.
What did we come in?
Well, I'm 38.
Was it 18th?
18th in our age group.
In the age group, I can't remember even.
We got 1 hour 19 and 46 seconds. So we started off saying that we'll do it in 1 hour and 30 because we were that shit. It's ridiculous.
Well, no, 1 hour and a half is average time.
Yes, we wanted to do average.
We just wanted to do it in average
Then
time.
when we did a practice, we was like, oh, we did it in 1 hour and something. But we was like, oh, we could actually probably beat 1 hour 20. Let's push that, even though it made me feel sick. But our next goal is to try and do 1 hour and 16, 15.
Yeah.
So watch this space.
But yeah, as an actual review of what it's like, highly recommend it for anybody to do. It's really well organised, really good fun. Everybody's supportive. Couldn't really say a bad word about it. The fact that we're booked on for April, apart from how hard it is, booked in for April. We're booked in again.
It's very cleverly ran.
Yeah, we're booked in again for Birmingham in October.
I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers as well. We might have to volunteer at some point.
The volunteers were really good.
Yeah, because you
Judging
need the support.
Yeah, some really supportive ones.
Yeah.
It is a really good community. So yeah, anybody who's thinking of doing it, get involved. You'll love it and you'll hate it. And then love it. Because we were thinking we're never doing this ever again.
I was thinking, all the way around, I was thinking, what is this all about? As if I'm putting myself through this shite. And then I was like, at the end, I was like, looking at our timings and feeling sick, thinking, why is it longer? It took us longer. But actually, we've still got a decent time, so 1 hour 20. So yeah, you will hate it.
Yeah, but it only took about 10-15 minutes to then go, oh, I've got London coming up and being excited about it. And don't make out you weren't. I
didn't get excited about London.
You are excited about it.
I'm not. I'm nervous already. Bloody hell, I'm losing sleep already. What are we in? Feb. Anyway, so keep watching. I'll send the updates and I hope you enjoyed watching some of our snippets of the day. Any questions, comment below. Is that it?
That's it.
10 minutes. go, Steve. He's the best one. Let's go.